Yes, it is now. We are live. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, welcome everyone to. I'm just getting all of the notifications and completing this setup to have everything up. There we go. And to be completely honest, tonight is literally what it says, which is it's just candid conversations with the Fords. So this is YouTube and this is Instagram. So for everyone that's joining us, wherever you're joining us from, welcome, welcome, and welcome again. I have not decided to go live anywhere else simply because whenever I try to go live, including Facebook, it just it's too stretched. So I will do a candid pop-up on Clubhouse because why not? So I'm just adding a title. And tonight is just honestly candid conversations with the Fords. So a little bit about you gonna talk to yourself the whole time? A little bit about who we are. I'm Kanya.
Sean. Oh, my fault.
You looking at both of us.
Oh, shit. Okay, I got you.
So I'm Kanya. This is
Sean.
Yes, Ford. And I am the face and voice behind Love and Intimacy 101. I am also Coach K to most of you all. And usually when I'm talking foolishness, I'm talking about my man. This is who I'm talking about. And so I'm typing and talking at the same time. So if you've been on any of my stuff, you kind of know that I can't do really two things at once. And so I just wanted to get started on just letting you all know, because I know it's like, first of all, I'm always talking about relationships. I'm talking about marriage. And for the most part, a lot of times people will say that if you haven't, and please feel free, tonight's entire purpose is for you to ask all the questions that you want to ask and for you to, if you're here on Clubhouse, you can come up to the stage and converse with us openly. This is only in those places. In Clubhouse, I just decided to go ahead and just add it to that just because it is not on Facebook. So if you're not on YouTube or Instagram, then you got a pop-up here on Clubhouse. So definitely feel free to ask questions as you like to. Just a little bit about myself. You can stare at me the whole time, too.
What else supposed to stare
at? At the screen.
I can't stare at myself. That's weird. I don't do this.
For y'all know, my husband does not do the screen time that often. So I'm very grateful that he has come into the room with us tonight for our candid conversations.
I'm not supposed to stare at.
You can stare at anything you want to.
I'm stare at you on here.
Okay, you can stare at me on here. And what I wanted to do, like I was saying, is just share in the relationship and marriage piece of the business. So Love and Intimacy 101. I work with women, but I also work with couples, and I work in the capacity of that is my tea that you are drinking, and you bought your own drink. So thank you. Give it here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, see, because he would drink all my stuff. I work with couples with growing intimacy so that they can have a more fulfilled and on purpose sex life and sexual experiences. Intimacy is super important when it comes to any relationship, but especially in marriage, in order for it to be lasting, healthy, and happy on both sides of the coin. What you picking at?
No, just go ahead.
I'm going to keep on picking on him throughout the night. So this is a time for you guys, if you have any questions you want to ask, and just a bit about myself, and then I will let Mr. Ford introduce himself.
I don't need no introduction.
This is so out of the box for him, y'all.
No introduction.
This is one of the things that I talk about when your partner just kind of comes out of their own comfort zone
You look crazy.
to support you. This is truly what it looks like and what it's all about. This is not a cameraman whatsoever. He is not an in front of the lens person. So I'm gonna give you some thank you for being here with us tonight, and we will do this
Sure.
on an occasional basis because I want everyone to be able to get answers to the questions that they may have. So I was getting ready to just go into a little bit about myself because if you've never been in my rooms, if you've never seen me anywhere, if you don't know me from any place, then you're probably like, well, who are you? Why would I ask you a question? What makes you qualified to answer anything about any question that I may have? Well, I'll tell you who I am and where the lane for my expertise lies. My name is Konya Ford, but I do go by Coach K. I'm a life coach as well as a certified clinical sexologist, and I love to inform, share resources, and be a support to those who are open to receiving support. And of course, being open to a process of whether it be healing or otherwise.
Excuse me.
Piglet.
What? Was that loud?
No, you
Oh,
won't
shit,
lie.
I'm about to say. Carry on.
And so we have been together for almost 20 years, 18 to 20 years, something along that, because it was one of those, we were just hanging around until we actually got together. Um, and we've been married for a little over 16 years. Now, that I know for sure because we've been married for as long as our daughter has been born. So the third, the youngest daughter has been, yes, born. So that part's easy. And a lot of people that we meet, and I love the compliment of, I love to see you guys' relationship. I love to see you guys together. And it's usually not believable that we have been together for, what are you talking about?
I ain't know.
Now this thing is over here. Just I told you he's not a camera person at all. And this is so out of his comfort zone. You can use some.
I don't want it if I don't need it.
I don't think they drive.
Yeah. I don't want it.
Okay. But he's here because he wants to be a support. And of course, if there are any men who may have questions or just want to get clarity when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriages, even in the dating realm, I know that it's, often you go to a dating expert for information. But if you really think about it, you can also just talk with somebody who's in a relationship when it comes to dating, to help you get to that place if that's your end goal, because everybody's end goal is not marriage. Let's just be completely honest and real. Just because it is, you can, it's totally up to you. This is not an official anything, guys. Just so y'all know, we made it sure. Yeah, but you're talking with your mouth full, so. And look, put the camera on you so you can see you eating. So it's nothing official here. And I want you to feel open and free about asking questions and.
I'm sorry.
Why you said that?
No, go ahead.
Asking questions and being a part of tonight's discussion. For the last 2 years, I have been a entrepreneur, not, business owner, stay-at-home mom. And that is truly thanks to my workaholic over here who's hiding off of this camera. There is. And I enjoy being able to talk about that piece of the relationship because there is far too often many people, whether it be young, middle age, or older, who talk about this struggle of, I don't want to struggle up. If somebody don't have this caliber of XYZ, I don't want to be with them. And it's typically having to do with material, who makes the most money, That part burns me up. I literally just saw a post recently on Facebook. He doesn't do Facebook, but it says, if the wife is the breadwinner, how does the man show masculinity? And that no, and that's exactly how I felt. Just laughter, because if that, it just further points to and proves that for whatever reason, the value of a man is all immersed in how much he can bring into the household, or that the dollar is um, only someone of a masculine stature can make the most amount of money. And that is where you have to really think about this thing. Like, why is it only someone who makes the money supposed to be the masculine one? Doesn't make sense at all. Hey, QB Kennels, how you doing? That's from YouTube. You say hey.
What's happening? YouTube.
um, and so my response was, and again, it said, if the wife is the one who is the breadwinner, how can the man show masculinity? And my response was, he shows masculinity, and that's it. Because the person who makes the most money is not the masculine part of the. You can learn something. I hope so. Just listening. If you have questions, absolutely feel free to ask those questions. And if you, huh? You can't see that. Feel free to ask questions. We're just here literally because it's not often that he is not driving, that he can come and be a part of the discussions. I do a weekly discussion here, just me. And it's always good to have my husband here with me, because if I am speaking to and giving advice on and sharing information and resources on relationships and marriages, I want you all to know that I just didn't create one in my mind. I actually have a husband that I've been with for many, many years, and we've grown a relationship. And I love our relationship because it's not a traditional relationship. We did not start our marriage or our relationship in this fairy tale that was many years ago portrayed on TV as to how it should go, and the way that it's shown on reality TV, air quotes to use that loosely, on how most relationships began. It is not, we both had our shit together and we got together and everything just worked because we had our shit together. Wasn't anywhere close to that. In fact, going by the standards of today, we should have never even talked to each other, because if you're not making a certain amount of money, if you're not working a certain kind of job, if you don't have a certain status, if your mindset is not in a specific place, then you're not able to have a relationship. If you want to eat, you can eat.
I'm listening to you. I don't want to be rude, it is, because I'm ready to crush this shit for real, man. I'm trying to be patient. Go ahead, though.
Then things just will not work out. When the reality is, the success of a marriage should never be based in your status per se, but versus understanding the person that you have decided to be with, and understanding and seeing their intentions for the future of growth.
Those nice.
No, nobody said nothing. In the future of growth. So if you are looking to be in a relationship today with the person that is 1,000% at your future goal, then I would ask, kind of, what are you working towards? So here on Instagram, I feel like if the woman is the breadwinner, the man should not be jelly, because aren't y'all both winning? Yeah, you're a team. Absolutely. You're both winning. And people, Someone with that mindset could absolutely have a thriving relationship, because the reality is where you start does not mean where you're going to finish. And if there's a man who has a woman who's earning more than her financially, and he is still doing, he's still working, he's still providing, he's still protecting, he's still being there as her support, and he still are, still doing all of these other pieces, then absolutely you're both winning, because the incomes are coming into the household. It's when the power struggle comes in of, well, if I'm making all the money, then I'm the head of the house. That's not always the case. Yes, that is a absolute mindset of some people, but that's not the case. Someone who is making all of the money, say it is the wife, who still has a man who is still earning and who is still fulfilling all other duties, he is still the head of that household. Should that be the dynamic that that household is looking for? Because that's the other piece of it. What has been traditional and what has been done in families for eons does not necessarily mean that's how it's supposed to be done ongoing. That's just like saying, well, I was abused as a child, so I'm supposed to abuse my children, and so on and so on. That's not the case. Many of us, some of us, have grown up in two-parent households, and according to society, that's the goal, is just to have a two-parent household. Well, that two-parent household could be a complete clusterfuck versus the single parent household with actual structures in place. See, he's over here, he's talking, he's getting warmed up. Whereas that two-parent household could have been just full of a power struggle between mom and dad. So if you have children that are watching a power struggle happen their entire lives, every day, meaning that if the one party felt superior over the other, then it's a pissing contest between mom and dad. Well, if dad was making a little bit less than mom and she had her chest pumped out, and maybe he wanted to go hang out with the fellas, and she said something like, well, you ain't bringing enough money in. And then so they're arguing about, because he doesn't make enough money, then he's not worthy of having a social life. And if we really think about it, there are many songs out here that's of that. And that's just a mindset that has to be checked. Because if you have two people in a household that are living a power struggle, that's going to be the same power struggle that the next generation feels like they have to have. Money does create a status, absolutely. But money is not the defining point, should not, I won't say it's not. Money should not be the defining point and status in your marriage, because it can absolutely just break you all the way down. Yeah, anything you want to add to the conversation, kind sir?
No, ma'am, you're doing great.
So I can get him on screen, but I cannot get him to talk but so much. Well, look. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I ain't saying nothing.
I heard about the talk. But this is just a real quick sneak peek of what we will be doing on a regular basis. Candid Conversations with the Fords. I want you to meet the Fords. I want you to know the people behind Love and Intimacy 101, the person here that's behind Coach K 101, and the man that be behind Coach K 101. Being able to meet us and know a little bit about us, because we will be doing Candid Conversations on a regular basis, but only to a very select few folks. I have a private chat, a private group that I do talk to. because I want to be that support. I know some married folks who are in marriages for long times or short times. They may not always feel comfortable going into a public Facebook group or right here in the public and asking questions about their marriage, because maybe they feel like this is something I should be able to control. This is something I should be able to do. Oh my gosh, why do we need help? What's wrong with us? Well, I want to build a community, the marriage mob. I want us to be there together for each other, where you can ask questions to a professional and to an experienced couple who has been there, done that. And we are absolutely happy, to the point where people always think that we've been married like within the year. And it's like, that's cute. No.
That's
or
cute.
because, it's just a natural thing. So I want to be able to be that support. You want to be able to, if you're in a marriage or in a relationship heading to that place, or even if you're someone who is looking to be in a relationship, you want to have yourself around like-minded people, or those who are in a place where you would like to be. You want to be able to have people that you all out the camera. You want to be able to have people that can support you on that journey, and be a positive resource for you. So I want you to, if you have not already, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Instagram or Clubhouse or Facebook, totally up to you. You can find me on any platform by searching Coach K101, and that's COACHKAY 101, because I will be doing these, but again, only for a select group of people. I'm not going to be one of those money hungry people and tell you, well, I'm going to charge you to do it. No, I just want the ones that want to show up to show up. Because I also want to let you know about Date Night RVA and show you how much fun and important it is to have date nights. And that is a social club for married people, where we provide you with 2 dates, fully executed dates per month. We have weekly couples mindfulness yoga, and we have several other things, like the event that is coming up next Saturday. Marriage what?
Just read that thing, baby.
Okay.
I gotta
The event we have coming up next Saturday, which is Talk to Me Nice. Go ahead, tell me, Ken, what the title? A couple's guide to oral play. That's going to be in person as well as online. It's going to be super fun for you guys to come, because it's bigger than just the pleasure. It's the educational piece. Right here. But it says, not to be funny, but I'm the breadwinner, though LOLs. But all honesty, my girl is flat as broke, but I protect her and I make her know love is more important than money. Absolutely. And that's what you have to do. Um, when you're able to give her value beyond a dollar, that is the best thing that you can do, because you never know when the tables will turn, or when you have to be, she has to be that support to you. So I can appreciate that you don't devalue her and you don't make her feel devalued based on the amount of money that she brings in the house. Whereas there are too many male figures that feel like, if I make the money, then you're just like the child, you abide by my rules, you do what I say. It says, like, she don't even have a $2, my food is her food. And that's good, because that takes a lot of pressure off of her, because if she's not able to right now, or she may be in a mindset where she just cannot do, not having that stress is helpful. But you also open up a window within her of building trust, because she could be working towards something that is far greater that neither can see right now, and you'll definitely benefit from that. So I appreciate y'all that came on and asked questions and interacted with us. We're going to do these on a regular basis, so you kind of get used to it, and that you can come here and share your information. You can share your questions. You can be a part of the marriage mob. And yes, I say the marriage mob. However, if you've been in a committed relationship, come on, be a part of the marriage mob, because I want to be that support to you, and I want you to be the support to others. So we're going to get off of here. We're going to eat these good chips, guac and ceviche. Who knows whatever we may do while we're here because we already saw Dre's dope desserts already. Dope desserts by Dre's. I'm just telling you, listen, if you don't know about it, look it up. Dre's Dope Desserts is what it is, and it's on Instagram and Facebook. So Coach K101, COACH, KAY101. That lemon bar is absolutely kicking in. So I am going to get off of here, and we will see y'all next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like here on YouTube. Follow here on Instagram and Clubhouse. Eventually, you'll only find me on YouTube. So that's going to be the most important thing. Coach K101, you got anything to say before we leave, Mr. Ford?
No, ma'am.
It's the foolishness.
Well, that's what it is. Good night, I guess. Whoever they at, or good morning,
Yes.
or
Yes.
No, not good morning. No, man. Here we go. See,
You good? Go down.
There we go. No, man.
Y'all have a good night.
You're down there rocking.
Yeah, that church is going. Okay, so that was good for a first one.